At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Pittsburgh. Spinning past him. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The fourth-round pick from April's draft. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Operating from the gun, Sherman. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. This defense for the Saints, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work, because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
On first, and now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. The Saints say they have it, and they do. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Woods. Saw the linebacker Damone Clark coming through with a stop. You look at the Steeler defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction, because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. And the Steelers are going to take over here up near the 40. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Looking to throw. Sherman. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, Sherman. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Let's go now. Go, Rick. Go. 60 Eagles. Take over.
On first down, Rutledge. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The Steelers at 5-11 on the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Off play action. Sherman. Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. And the Saints will take over here just shy of the 30. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
But sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put him in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award. And this is just a little touch pass. It's in the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent game.
They'll run on first down. It's Woods. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
A first down there on a pickup of 25.
That's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting it.
Touchdown, New Orleans! Mark Andrews, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints use the only turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well, he gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. Right now, they're harming themselves.
I like that. No one was mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
$13 yards remaining on second down. Back to throw. Sherman. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
60 boxes. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Looking to throw. Sherman. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career.
Here we go.
Back to throw now on first down. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football, as they've got it with second down and less than a yard. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie, because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series that's reestablished some confidence in him to run this offense.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 2. Right side complete. That's Woods. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. We just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
And the Saints first down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ward. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium for all of that now.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 11 more on that one, and another first down. There are times on carries like that where he looks a little bit older than his rookie status.
How many times have we talked when we've gone out to dinner about how precocious these youngsters are that come into the NFL now? They play at a higher level at a younger age. The stars aren't quite in their eyes as much as it used to be, huh?
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Operating from the gun, Clements. This one is Slayton over the middle. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after it. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he is caught. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Saints have taken the lead. Crew able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way out to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, you're almost in field goal position.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, trying to tie this football game. Breaks the tackle, now Allen. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Boswell for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you've met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down the field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby. Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Cowboy 80.
Operating from the gun, Clements. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now he's loose at the 40. Chris Olave. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Saints have moved out in front. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Sherman. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll look to throw again. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Wilson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
70 Lions. 19 tight.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll try to pick it up himself. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. I love those plays. 4th and 1, that's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there.
This is caught inside the 15. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Ready? 60 Eagles.
Johnson, touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
Ready, set.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And now the rookie's free. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. A final shot before break. Clements. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Ready, break! 60 even! 60 even!
On first down, it's Woods. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
I think they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Get it! Ready!
He finds his man, complete. It's Morrison. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
Try to get that one to Chris Olave. And it's 3rd and short.
3 yards to go.
Okay,
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
60 vices! 60 vices!
On 3rd down, it's Woods. And this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Press all 80! Split! Go street! You're on the speed! Dragon 60! Check up!
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Finding his target, it's Ward. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
And the Saints, 1st down.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go!
They'll try the left side. It's Woods. Yeah, he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Brings up second and 12 at the Steelers' 25-yard line.
Mustang 19. Go.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Olave over the middle. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half? Picked up by Jonas Sanker. Inside the 20.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Well, a terrible towel is in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Koo knocks this one through the post. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Let's go now.
Now a handoff up the middle. Rutledge. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Julian Blackmon.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here we go, set.
In motion is Ward. Bust through the tackle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Come on, come on.
First down, Saints.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stumped that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd and 9.
Here we go. He's cooking like cheese.
They'll give to Kamara here on the option. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Saints will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Going right back to Wilson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Okay, ready?
Back to throw. Sherman. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get 1 key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
29-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Rutledge. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
18, Pioneer. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Sherman. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Woods. And they can't bring him down. And he'll be out right at the 35. 67 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give to Kamara running right. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
This is 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be taken down after big yardage, but folks, there is a flag down, and they're already walking this one back. Back to throw. Clements. He completes it to Olave. And they'll make sure he's touched down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Got it. Ready?
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Cougar 19. Cowboy 80. Panther 60. Panther 60. 60 Vikings. 60 Vikings.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 10. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Second and 11. Short one there to Fryermuth. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. These guys running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Sherman. And he fires one incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. They always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Operating from the gun, Sherman. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got it at the 15. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 43 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
He's going to flip that out out to the flat. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League. But fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.